Hi everyone, welcome back. It's your girl, TheeMemoryAstrologer, y'all. And this is the Mercury Retrograde, y'all. Mercury is retrograde, okay? And I came correct. I came ready. I came with some notes. I came pre-read the chart, so we might not be sitting here for 12 hours. But there will be a written part of this Mercury Retrograde post, and it will be on the website. All right, you all. So remember to come to the Memory Astrologer, Memory, MEMORY, ASTROLOGER.com. All right, y'all. Come read the yearly horoscopes. They're still up there. Come shop the goodies, y'all. The shop is open, okay? The shop is open. The shop is open, okay? So don't forget to come on to TheeMemoryAstrologer.com, okay? Excellent. Wonderful. Come on over to our Instagram too, okay? Period. We don't bite. We do not bite, sweetheart. We do not bite. But come on over to the Instagram. Come on over to the Instagram. Come on over to the Instagram. So I'm going to read the memory. Oh, my God. I'm going to read the Mercury Retrograde reading. We're going to do a couple card pulls. You know I'm a playing card hardy, so we're going to do what? Playing cards, right? Automatically, we're going to do playing cards. We're going to do some oracle, because I'm an oracle hardy. I remember when I started off. I remember how I started off type thing. You feel me? So, period. It's going to be very much fun. It's going to be very much fun, okay? If you all love this reading, if you all would like to tip and leave an offering, leave a donation, the link to the Linktree link is in the description box below. You feel me? You already know. You already know. But the tip, the Cashapp, the donation area is in the Linktree link in the description box below. Okay, excellent. Please leave comments. Y'all share this message, share this episode, share this Mercury Retrograde reading with your friends, with the fans. Read it, give it to the ops, okay? Share it, share it, share it, okay? Make sure this reaches a bunch of people so we can be aware, okay? How to move. What's the vibes? What's the waves looking like so we can prepare ourselves whole time? Okay, excellent. Perfect. To prepare for this message, y'all, do y'all 3 deep cleansing breaths. In from your nose. Hold for 1 second. And slowly exhale out your mouth. To be open, to be ready, and to be willing to accept this message. Period. So I'm not gonna cap a tambourine with an 8 right there. That little, I gave a tambourine, but a tambourine with an 8 right there. So we really need to get into the act of cleansing our environments through noise. And the noise is just like, it's not a gong. Gongs really don't be giving it that gong. It don't give, but maybe multiple gongs. So that's like, what is that called? Wind chimes is very imperative. If you got them doors that can have bells installed at the top, that's useful. But the cleansing of energy just as you start something, it's air, it's clubby, but it's air, and it's like right forehead vibes. It's forehead vibes, and I'm feeling it. I'm like, period, like very sensitive right up here. So this is a really good time to pay attention to what people are saying, what they're doing, because it's giving. Pay deeper attention to that. You feel me? It's giving Cheshire Cat, not gonna cap. Not gonna cap. So that means we need to watch Alice in Wonderland through the looking glass. Alice in Wonderland, when she first got to Wonderland, like, oh my God, you're Alice. She's like, these people keep saying I'm Alice, but I'm this Alice. Whole time, stop trying to claim me as her. Whole time, she was like that. You feel me? And everybody was like, oh wait, she is the real Alice. She really is the real Alice. So, is that? Then she went back on her mission again, but as the looking glass, but also that assisted her in her real life. She was like, Mama, whole time, you feel me? I don't want to do that. It's lame. It's really not me. I want to do this for the boats. So I should be seeing like some 10 of clubs here. I should be seeing some 10 of diamonds here. I should be seeing some portal play here. I should be seeing people playing portal play in games. So that means you open up. It's giving orchids. It's giving fours. It's doors. I'm really rocking with it though. You know how games be, you open up a door and they lead to another place type thing, but it's also giving dreams and daydreams. You feel me? How you like Oh, you at home and you open your door and it leads to another realm, or you lead to another scenario, another situation. Dreams like that is gonna be like up during this Mercury retrograde. So I'm jumping right in. Didn't even tell us like what Mercury retrograde is. You feel me? Like, what's the T? Why is it important? Why everybody be saying Mercury's in retrograde? You feel me? Mercury's in microgrades. I hear it. I hear it. What is it? What's the dates? What's the T? Why is it important? Type thing. So Mercury is a planet. You feel me? It's in the inner part of the solar systems. So it's like right at the beginning. So it's one of these wavelengths engagement that impacts Earth. Okay, that's how I like to say it. Wavelength engagements that impact Earth. And you're saying like, girl, what are you talking about? So these is our neighbors. Okay, we get the sun. Shorty who gives us light, vitality, allows us to be in this neighborhood, allows the earth to be, you know, rocking and rolling where we are right here. Shout out to the sun, you feel me? We got Mercury, we got Venus. Trying to see in my head because you know I'm thinking about a whole lot of things right now, okay? We got, I'm trying to think inner. Earth, Mercury, Venus, Mars. Mars is outside. Mars is right outside. That's Earth's neighbor right outside of the Earth's innermost. You get what I'm trying to say? Okay, y'all. I'm really tapped. I'm really tapped right now. And tapped meaning I'm paying attention more into like the themes of Mercury, and then when I have to be very specific and sharing like how things are, like the description part of it, that's the part where it's like having to come back in my body type thing. So when I say I'm tapped, I'm channeling, yes, but I'm also like trying to see the big picture and seeing a little picture at the same time. In astrology, we're just 9-3. Sagittarius, Gemini, axis, stand up. All right, I don't want to lose y'all, so let me hurry up and get this, okay? So Mercury is a planet, okay? It's one of the inner planets. It is one of the planets that impacts Earth because it's in front of Earth, and Earth is in this giant wavelength. And wavelength, I'm meaning when Earth moves and tilts this way, it impacts the whole axis of everybody else because of the gravitational pull, because of the sun. So because of this, all these other planets have their own shifts, and when they have their own shifts, their shifts can create waves. You feel me? So if we're in the cosmic waves or cosmic ocean of outer space, that's what outer space is, cosmic ocean. We're in the cosmic ocean. So because we're in the cosmic ocean of outer space, that's why I'm dancing like this, y'all. We're in the cosmic ocean, period. So because we're in our cosmic ocean of outer space, if something shifts in the water, you don't think that wave is going to have an alter shift? You feel me? So now I was moving like this, and now I'm moving like this because the wave shifted, and it shifted the weight of me. Okay? So because this shift goes along, if we're not mindful of this shift, we can get knocked off, right? We cannot be able to dance, right? Right? You're getting it. So when we are cognizant or aware of planets in our solar system, especially the planets that we know about, you feel me? Earth, Mars. We're not seeing the moon because the moon is a satellite of Earth. Venus, Mercury, Uranus, Pluto, Neptune, Jupiter, Saturn. When we think about asteroid system, you feel me? When we think about all these waves, all these impactful moments that impact the waves, we should think about it fully. Okay? Think about things fully, because things do not just have an domino effect in that area. They do not have a domino effect in that area. They have a vibration domino effect that then can go out in the world and impact other areas. And I want us to be mindful about the impact of what certain things can bring to us, can impact us, can impact situations that we are involved in, okay? And that's Mercury retrograde. That's planetary retrogrades. That's being mindful of how planets engage with us every now and then. How planets engage with us every day. And I'm not really talking about the planet here. I'm talking about the satellite, the Earth satellite, which is the moon. The moon impacts us every day, you feel me? You look up full moon. You look up again, new moon. Look up again, full moon. So there's a constant flow, even if we are aware or not aware of it, okay? But it's useful for us to be aware of it so we can know how to move, you feel me? So if I'm a full moon baby and you're a new moon baby and it's a full moon outside, especially in whatever my moon sign is, I know I'm teed. I know I'm lit. You feel me? I know I'm energized. You feel me? And it might be opposition your moon sign, so it might impact you a different way. So if you know what's going on up there, you know how it's finna move down here. So I really don't want to lose y'all whole time. So we're gonna keep going. Okay? Excellent. All right, y'all. So Mercury retrograde, the start date is August 5th. And it ends the 28th, I believe. I wrote it down in my phone. But if you also want to see all the planets, retrogrades, and movements, I will look at the Memory Astrologer. It's either in the yearly message or the yearly overview, okay? I will link it in the message below. So yeah, Mercury went... Mercury station August 28th, and Mercury went... Don't listen to me. Mercury station August 4th, Mercury retrograde August 5th, Mercury station August 28th, Mercury direct August 29th. So you're like, what the hell does any of this stuff mean, okay? So when something is stationed, I'm gonna give you the just what it actually is whole time, you feel me? When you are driving and it's a red light, you just don't push the brake and you automatically stop, because you will literally projectile over, right? The car will flip over. You feel me? That's also not really safe. That's also hella dumb. What if it's people behind you? You feel me? That was an accident. Now it's a build up, right? So planets can't just, stop their car like that. They have to come to a slow momentum to stay in that specific arena. Okay? That's really much it. That's it. So when we come from that standpoint, we have to understand that we just don't haul in a situation. There is a slow culmination facet for us to now think about from a different perspective. Okay? I like to use retrogrades in a whole bunch of things. I like to use it as a way of deeper seeing the situation that I haven't seen before. One, seeing between the veil, of course. That's what retrogrades are here. See between the veil. See between the veil. See between the veil. So that's a retrograde highlight. Seeing between the veil. 100%. 100%. Okay, I hope I didn't lose you all, okay? I really hope I didn't lose y'all. It's just 12 minutes in, okay? It's just 12 minutes in. So we here from August 5th to August 29th, okay? So during this time period, this message is going to be called Breaking the Mold, and it's square. Then I said define spots. So when I was really saying square, if it's some soap making makers, if some candlestick makers, if there are people who work in like things that use a mold, I'm talking to y'all, and I'm double talking, because this is Mercury retrograde. Let me be serious. Like, double talking, of course. Minimum, right? Minimum, as the kids say. Breaking the mold. Okay, you hear what I'm saying? So if you work in those aspects, breaking the mold, think about doing something from a different perspective, but you're using the same ingredients and same engagement, okay? Think about what you use and think about their other properties of usefulness. That's the one. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? All right? Okay? All right? Okay, I love you. Okay, so it says defined spots, okay? So when things have a defined spot, that really means that you got to be mindful about what situations go. You have to be mindful about your already defined patterns of engagements and being aware if you are doing what you're saying you're doing. You feel me? So if you're saying, okay, I'm going to return everything to a spot. So if I got a whole bunch of shoes, you're not going to leave your shoes out every night. You're going to put them shoes, them shoe containers where them shoes go, so you don't have to trip over them. You don't put all black, orange, purple shoes together. You put light pairs together, right? Right. So this is a really good time for us to really gain cognizance and clear awareness. Clear cognizance just keep coming up in my head. And as he keeps saying that, I keep trying to talk, and the word clear cognizant is coming out. That's clear knowing, my love. Clear knowing. You feel me? When you get like anything square, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Mercury. I'm trying to get and talking to other things, and then people already telling us that people clear cognizance, so you clear knowing, but there's clearly a square here for make us hesitant and question ourselves. We not using that square for the aspect of critical thinking, the experimentation part. I mean, the hesitation part is there too. It's like we want the aspects that we got to overcome to see the critical thinking and experimentation part. But don't get stuck in a square. Use the square for what is useful. Squares are those obstacle courses that once you get used to knowing how they go and how they flow, you know what muscles they activate. So squares is useful, my love. Squares is useful. Okay, I'm sorry, I was really thirsty. Okay, squares are useful. So, Mercury retrograde, breaking the mold. So, we're going to look at the ascendant. And why are we looking at the ascendant? Right answers only. Okay, I hear you in the background. So, we look at the ascendant because these are some aspects we may go through. These are some perspectives we may need to pick up or look through situations that through this situation, through this time period. This is maybe a level of an understanding that we're growing into, we're growing awareness of. So that's why ascendant play is useful, especially in getting to know every chart you pick, because every chart you pick is trying to tell you a different story. Are you aware to the story? I don't know. We have to type into how the story is being told, how the story is being narrated. One, girl, ascendant play. Let's talk about it, okay? The ascendant is Libra 24, and all I can think about is others and surviving. When I think about 24, when I think about Libra, I think about, shared stories. A lot of time with shared stories, we can do the Sagittarius way, the 9-3. How people be changing the stories and trying to make it seem like, you know, what it is, what it ain't type thing. Libra 24, though, it is the paradigms in which we see things, and that's the survival of it. But it's saying through understanding, you sacrifice something. Okay, I like this. Sacrifice. Sacrifice is also seen as a level of deeper devotion. That just did not come out right. Sacrifice is also seen as a layer of devotion. So when you are devoted to something, a relationship or a pattern, you might have some things you have to overcome, you feel me? And that might be a sacrifice, you feel me? So I give you a good example. I love me some matched chocolate chip cookies. But I know if I eat too many matched chocolate chip cookies, it won't be good for me. It won't be good for my tummy. It won't be good for me at all. You feel me? I won't feel good. So I understand that to help my body, to help my system, to help me also get my little sweet tooth in, I can eat in moderation. And that's a sacrifice that I had to learn through others, and the others is my engagement with my body, my engagement, how my body communicates back with me, and that allowed me to take it in and to realize what I basically needed, right? What I needed and how much I needed. So moderation, 100%. So that is a layer we need to think about, okay? We also need to think about that there's an aspect of learning from other people. So that means other people's impacts, other people's situations, other people's perspectives. That also means relationships, okay? Relationships is highlighted here. Relationships is highlighted here. Every relationship, friendships, platonic relationship, romantic relationship, just like relating to other people in general, like That's here. There is also a whole lot of shame here, and I know I'm just like jumping into the chart, but I'm being real with y'all. I want us to be real, to see situations. So it's not shame because you experienced it and you overcame. That's not shame. You experienced it and overcame it. It might be embarrassment. It might make you feel some type of cringe way, but that is not shame, and that's something that we should be honored about. You feel me? We went through that and overcame. You feel me? So we now have a story to tell from that situation. We now have that perspective. So if any other situation come up like that, we already know what to do and what not to do, right? That's what Libra is here for, to teach us. There's a lot of fucking Libra can teach us. There's a lot. There's a lot. I almost went left with this. But let's get back, okay? So Libra here is really teaching us the ability to learning how to decide, okay? Learning how to decide. We might have some unsureness about how to decide. We might have some escape things. It's like wanting to escape when we have to decide things and just stand in our decisions. Okay? That's okay. That's okay. That's a shared thing, okay? I can tell you it's a shared thing because Aries is opposition and like this and this. This is shared. If people try to give you shame to this, how this is something we all experience. That's how we gonna have to start acting. You feel me? If you want to know the tea for real, why they feel some shame, it's because it's like a ego wounding, and some people just, I feel like some people just feel like, who are you to overcome that? You feel me? Who are you? Okay, so chart ruler. Sorry, ascendant. On the ascendant. On the ascendant, really it's not on the ascendant, but let's talk about what's leading up to the ascendant. Black Moon, Lilith, make DNA. So this really just lets me know that this is a really good time for us to honor ourselves. This is a really good story. Make is here. I like this. Everybody's story is useful. Everybody's story is useful. And I think that there's a lot of things that we should overcome. Learn to overcome 100%. There is a silent learning usefulness of self. Usefulness of your emotional understanding and the ability to transcend, more so experience, go through, take in the information. That's what transcend meant. I take it in, I take the information in, I'm aware of what happened, and I'm using that situation not just as no shame, obstacle, you feel me, I'm shunned from, but more so as a lesson, you feel me? Shout out to the lesson that previously allowed me to really work on myself. You feel me? Like, yeah, these are all my battle scars that I've overcame, that I use as memories. So in a situation like that, when I'm in maybe even emotionally low situations, I can understand that there is a time frame and there's a constant loop playing. There's a constant loop playing. I really like this. This Mercury Retrograde is low-key giving like wavelengths of things. Like at the top level, it's like breaking the mold. But when you look deeper into it, it's really a whole lot of unshuffling and like opening up deep parts of yourself. So it makes you think about Eris and Pandora. Eris and Pandora always talks about like the emotional need for need for emotional regulation. Yes, 100%. Being left out, being isolated, the whole, you feel me? I understand that part. But it really more so talks about from that emotional part. It's Moon Pluto, you feel me? That build up. From that build up, what happens next? A new world, a new perspective is built because of that. And from that, we have to either understand it, work through it, and keep going, or we can look back and get stuck in situations, okay? So this Mercury retrograde, like, got that. Then it got some deep, like, awareness of salt. I'm giving somebody is, like, in the salt mine, like, mining for salt. And I have no idea what that means whatsoever. Y'all. But we're going to keep going, okay? There is a lot of overcoming the shadow that this Mercury retrograde is bringing. But let's just talk about some themes, okay? Some themes that we all might be experiencing. Learning to keep owned words. Keep your word. What does it mean to keep your word? what is your own moral code means, what is your own moral law. And those, what's your personal values? What's your code to like what's right and what's wrong? Libra, what's your code to what's right and what's wrong? How do you identify and to clarify situations in the moment when you moving? You feel me? That's a whole lot of like, how do you create and build harmony within the steps that you take? Because I mean, you need mental harmony, you need body harmony, you need heart harmony. You feel me? What if your heart a little terrified? In your mind, like, keep going, keep going, keep going. You never taking that in. You feel me? There's a whole aspect of you that you're not even like that you're ignoring. You feel me? So now because you're ignoring that part, there's a whole lot of other things that you might be ignoring. So here, that's what I'm saying. This Mercury retrograde is so useful to like the recalibration of self, and it's like self the body, self the mind, self the heart. But it's slow, so oh my gosh, girl, you heard that? Silently, slowly. That's what I was trying to see. Trying to say. Oh my goodness. Trying to Cersei. Trying to say. It's a lot going on, y'all. But there's a lot going on with Mercury retrograde. 100%. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna start reading the notes on here. Okay. So with this, on the ascendant, we have Lilith make DNA. With this, I'm not gonna cap. If we are not aware of our own shadows, and that's the whole overcoming process, being able to, it's really just move. You know how you fall in the getting up process? It's that, the getting up process, 100%. Loving yourself during the getting up process. And in that process, from this, that's what you need to take in, is loving yourself, loving your process during the getting up process. And no, it's not always fun. It's not always like easy breezy, but these are times and these are experiences that you need to have in your toolkit. You feel me? 6 to 3 in your toolkit for you to continuously know. And this is really needed for the soul's growth. Okay, these whole experiences from August 5th to August 29th is needed for the soul's growth. It's needed for the soul's growth. So here, it's coming in as a 9-3. And I keep saying 9-3s, and you gotta look at Sagittarius, Gemini, 100%. I like that. We just look for Jupiter. Jupiter's in the 9th house. That's why. Oh yeah, this is really much it. I understand it 100%. Y'all, off topic, we're really gonna have to get into like short books, reading short books, reading or like paying attention to short cartoons. That stuff right there hella got information. And information, I'm really saying like confirmation things. And confirmation, I mean, say for instance you need something and you're asking the universe, that's how it's coming in. That's how the confirmation is coming in, through short stories, through short old stories. And that could be like, you know how Disney had those old black and white shows with Mickey Mouse, old things like that. 100%. 100%, y'all. Also, we're going to find Venus now. The ruler of the chart is Venus. Where is Venus? Hilarious. This is hilarious. So the bringing of balance, the bringing of harmony that one needs to have is really of the mind and of the body, which would then allow one to be more like, wow, this is really a self-esteem awakener. Okay, so this mind, body harmony, ability to know and to choose, delegate, that's the word, delegation, delegating of how you move correctly. So some instances, some situations, you need to think critically. Mind, sun, okay, 100. Easy breezy. But then in other situations, you need to use more intuition. Mercury retrograde is really allowing you to understand which one you need to use, baby. Is it a head or heart, or heart or head in each situation, okay? Which one is it? Head or heart, or heart or head? And if you think about it from that perspective, it will allow you to be more open to what the lesson is trying to present to you. That's what it's really trying to do. Be more open to how the lessons are trying to present things to you. With Leo here in the 11th house, I know people say, 11th house is house of good fortunes. But I also like to say 11th house, 5th house is a perfect access of understanding the previous stories of the ones who came before you. The ones, they could be leaders, they could be parents, they could be grandparents, that could be, it's giving like hella grandparents, okay? Strong masculine, so maybe your grandfather, mom's side, grandfather, and then dad's side. It's both. It's grandparents on both sides. But if we're looking at mom, dad is going to be highlighted, and if we're looking at dad, dad's okay. If we're looking at dad, oh my god, if we're looking at mom's side, the mom's dad is going to be highlighted. If we're looking at dad's side of the family, dad's mom, so your grandma's going to be highlighted. Think about it from that perspective, 100%. This is allowing you, the individual, but I'm going to say us, this is allowing us the ability to grow better connection to ancestor, connect, like ancestor veneration. That's really what it is. I'm not going to cap. 13, 21, 27. Yeah, 100%. I think if we do it this way, it would go in the sense of like allowing ancestor veneration to lead the life, and not from the sense of like ancestor veneration of like asking them for things. I feel like a lot. I'm not getting to that. Keep going, keep going, keep going. So the ruler of the chart is in the 12th house. And I love this for us, okay? Venus is in Virgo. Venus recently just transitioned into Virgo. So let's think about when Venus was in all those other signs. Venus was in all those, was in Leo over the summer, right? Perfect, excellent. So let's think about the enjoyments that you learned, the developments over the summer that has allowed you to grow into the individual you are right now, okay? So now since you have this newfound new awareness, right? Excellent. How are you going to bridge harmony with this new understanding, but with the previous layers of yourself, okay? And I'm only truly saying that because this year, January, you assign yourself to do this, that, and the third, you feel me? As you have continuously grown about through this year, you've also grown many other levels, many other layers, many other depths, okay? And from this awareness, from these layers defined, you now have a different layer of you. And at this very moment, how are you going to connect all those facets together? Now, I do not expect you to connect all these facets together in like a day, like, oh, yes, I have the answer today, because that is not the answer. And the real answer, and I got to be real with y'all, that the Oracle card fell out already. It says make a, what is it called? Poster map, make a vision board. That's what it's called. Make a vision board. And in the previous reading that I had, it was saying that you can read that card multiple different ways. You can read it as you need to incorporate maybe people during this time period or before this time period had emotional blocks or creative blocks or sexual blocks or like magical blocks. You feel me? That made them, like the creative process, the creative essence, feel a little bit like not strong, right? That makes you think about clubs, talks about libido, you feel me? All that energy work. It wasn't really as strong as it used to be, as vital as it used to be, right? So now here, there is a sense of understanding deeper. Or, y'all, I'm really all over the place. Oh my God, go back to the card. So with the card, it was saying how there's a creative energy that we need to unlock, or more so bridge to connect more. Or maybe saying maybe you need to use your creative energy more this period. So this period, during Mercury Retrograde, we really do need to use our creative energy more. We really do need to pay attention to the creative force more, that sensual force more, that play force more, that Leo force more. That's why the sun and the moon is here. Leos are very important this year, and I'm clarifying and I'm saying that because Moon is conjunct Venus, even though Venus is in 0° in another sign, they are conjunct. I'm going between Leo and Virgo because I need us to know the importance of self-development and then building on that. You feel me? You are, or more so, you learned about yourself deeper at the end of Cancer season, okay? And during this Cancer season, Moon, it allows you to tap more deeper into what is important to me as an individual. What is important to me as I am growing and being more responsible? What is important to me with the titles that I want to step in and to become? What is important to me as a parent? What is important to me as a leader? What is important to me as the head of a household? What is important to me for me? What nourishes me in this body, in this flesh suit, okay? How do I come home to that? So because of these thoughts, questions, growths that has gone on in Cancer season, it's now allowed Sun and Moon to more so learn to be on the same flow. So here, Mercury retrograde, I need us to be very mindful about our ego's needs, emotional needs. How do you know between the two? How do you know when your ego is communicating with you? How do you know when your emotions are communicating with you? I'm going to give you a telltale sign. Be completely real, okay? When I'm in the mood for wanting some loves and some hugs, I would eat a whole lot of sugary things. I would eat a whole lot of sugary things. Oh, okay. When I'm deep in thought, hey, and I'm looking for an answer, I would eat a lot of salty things. Eat a lot of salty things. So, in that song, just came off the dome. Anyways, in the song I just came off the dome, it is a clarification on how our body communicates through our needs. You feel me? Our body communicates through nourishment, and nourishment can be touch, nourishment can be food, nourishment can be sensory play. But how our body communicates with us, and it's up to us to pay attention of it too. Oh my goodness, pay attention to it. Mercury retrograde is important for us to pay attention to it. We need to be mindful of how our emotional needs communicate with us. Maybe our emotional needs might communicate to us. Maybe we're a scratchy cat. You feel me? We're just like, no, I don't want to talk to you. No, don't do that. How do you calm down and re-regulate yourself? Need a hug, my scratchy cat? Need a hug? It makes you think about Austin Powers. Maybe we need to watch Austin Powers. And it's not solid gold. Hey, it's gold, it's gold, it's gold, it's gold. It's solid gold, baby. It's not that one. But it's the one where he was bagging up in that little machine he couldn't turn out because the hallway was this big, the machine was just this big. You feel me? So it's that one. It's that one. I think this is the one we was frozen. Okay. Okay, I'm all over this chart. Okay. So ego needs, emotional needs, and I'm really only saying this. Vesta is right here, and Vesta is between Sun and Moon. So your fire can go out if you don't nourish it correctly, and that's why I'm trying to be jokey, funny. Come on, 12th house vibes. Be serious. Be serious. You gotta be jokey about it. If not, it'll be a lot of shame. It'll be a lot of fear. Like, I have to do this. Am I ready for it? No, I don't want you to be like that because you are ready for it. You feel me? I want to push you. I want to urge you. From you already got those awakened capabilities. You got it. You got it, my love. So, Venus conjunct Mercury. We're not going to talk about that. Mercury is home in Virgo. And when I think of Mercury is home in Virgo, I always love to say, this is the Mercury retrograde reading, y'all. Mercury retrograde reading, 39 minutes. But I always love to say when I talk to Virgos, and this is really terrible to say, and I'm sorry, Virgos, to saying this, but I got to be real with y'all, okay? I want to be real with y'all because we can make safety nets. Virgos make the best safety nets, you feel me? And they make the best safety nets because they should be clear cognizant about how systems fail them, is because systems kind of need to fail you so you can understand that there's a path that is destined for you to deeper understand so you can tread on that path. But sometimes from that, we need to understand how to work this path in with other situations. So Virgos, systems fail us. Systems fail us all the time. And I think it's useful because a lot of times we have trust in things, right? We might have trust sometimes in things that's inside of us and trust outside of us, okay? We really learn our trust, for real, for real. We learn our trust around that. What is trust? We learn it. We learn trust through other people. So systems fail us. When we understand that systems fail us, it allows us to be more clear about individual needs. And individual means each individual part of myself. I got all these organs inside of me. I got all these skins inside of me. You feel me? I got all these neurons inside of me. I got all these atoms inside of me. I got all these veins inside. I got that skeletal system inside of me. I got a heart. Oh my goodness. I have acid inside of me for my stomach. You feel me? I got some other stuff. You feel me? So I have all these many layers inside of me. You feel me? I have my electricity system. I can't think of what it's called. Electromagnetic system inside and outside of me. So because of all these systems and because of my engagement of trust and because of your engagement with trust, we're able to understand those systems, right? We're able to understand how those systems work and communicate with us, right? 100%. But we're able to build our awareness to trust. We can build our awareness to trust by developing the trust within ourselves. Okay? So, Virgo, systems fail us, but it allows us really to be more deeper and closer and more aware of self. 100%. So through those periods, it allows one to grow safety nets. It allows one to grow different perspectives on what one really didn't see before, okay? It allows one to be more agile and flow. It allows one to be more clear and cognizant on where situations pop up from previous patterns. So, Virgos, there's a little shock there. There's a little emotional growth that has to go on. And there's a healing process that we need to talk about. But there's also a honoring of oneself, seeing the gratefulness in oneself. That's also being able to identify one's needs and what one doesn't need. You feel me? You learn what you liked and what you didn't like from those situations, from those environments. So did the systems really fail us? So see, it was a little shock, just a little shock. All right, y'all, just a little shock. I'm sorry, Virgo, but we got to be real. Got to keep it real like that, okay? So you can start trusting on yourself. Like, damn, who do show up for me? Who do pop up for me like that? Exactly. You do. You show up every time, 100%. So, 12th house. Mercury is at home in Virgo, in the systems, in the identification of the systems, in the 12th house. So when I think about the 12th house, I think about we got to be working them ankles, baby. Okay? We got to be working them feet. Do not ignore your feet. Do not ignore your ankles. Do not ignore your legs. Monty and Carla be taking us places. You feel me? Accessibility and thankfulness and servitude of oneself is the highest honor. Is the highest honor. Is the highest honor. Spiritual baths for feet eats. Don't just wash your own feet. Wash other people's feet. Wash people who you love feet. Wash your grandparents' feet. That eats. Wash your grandparents' feet. Wash your grandparents' feet. Take care of their scalp. Massage their hands. Massage their hands. I love this. This is a really good time for like honoring one's own systems. And that could just be honoring the systems that you create. You feel me? So how do you honor your everyday systems? Do you sit down and use them. Honoring can be usefulness. Do you use them? Do you ignore you? Do you ignore your intuition? Do you use it? That's also a system. Also, if y'all want to get into divination, this is a really good time to start a divination journal. Pull a card each day, put it down that card, see what the card means, see how it relates to the day. Shuffle your deck every day. Don't do it before you go to bed. You feel me? Don't do it when you first wake up. You feel me? Do it when you first wake up. Shuffle your deck. Leave it out and do the rest of your day. Come back to it before you leave out the house. You feel me? Type thing. But see how it plays out during your day. And I promise you it'll play out. I promise you. It'll play out because you will feel it first. That is going to allow you to strengthen your intuition. We're going to be 100% honest. We're going to be 100% honest. Okay? I feel like I jumped all over this chart. Let me read some more of the themes. And then I'll go back to the Mercury Retrograde. Okay? So the themes for Mercury Retrograde. Changing perspective. Think before you connect. Commit. This is a really good time for release. And this is releasing by, like, you know, reversals. Releasing by also, you know, taking a spiritual bath. This is also a really good time of releasing by honoring oneself's feet. Excuse me. And doing a good spiritual bath and cleansing your feet. The energy that your feet walks into. You feel me? Your feet walk into a whole lot of things. Especially a lot of times for your body do. Your feet walk into it. So how can you protect your feet more, honor your feet more, massage your feet more, your ankles, your legs. Do not ignore those. Do not ignore that layer of yourself, for real. Don't ignore the importance, because this Mercury retrograde silently, quietly, really out loud is really showing you what is most usefulness, especially of self. Usefulness of self. Mercury retrograde. Usefulness of self. Okay, themes. Learning from grandparents. Running the bath for the dead. That's what I like to say. A good time to observe. Observe being with people who are like-minded, or observe people who are like-minded in you. You feel me? People saying they doing this and doing that. You feel me? It's a really good time to see if it's for fake or for real. Sorry, see between the mask. Observe who you are connecting into. Sacrifices one makes when when involving others. That's the theme. Sacrifices one makes when involving others. I'm going to read some of the notes. I'm going back to the charts off the dome reader, okay? So what I said on the back, it says, what does responsibilities of self look like now and when I was a kid versus a year ago, okay? So these are areas you need to look at. What does responsibilities of self look like now? Like, what you responsible for right now? You probably got to do a car, probably got kids, a house, cleaning, you feel me? Probably got pets and stuff, probably, a manager somewhere. So you gotta do all this stuff, right? Versus what did it look like a year ago? What was you doing a year ago in those same arenas? What was you responsible of? What did you have to care over? You feel me? What did you have to look over? Type thing. And then what the responsibilities of self like when you was a kid. When you was a kid, all you had to do was, look after yourself. Clean your room. Maybe if you had a little pet, would you share it with your siblings type thing? So, some other things, Mercury retrograde. It says, save you from fake love bombing people to see through the mask people present. Learning to be apologetic and to not take an ego wound. I'm going to create some activities, y'all, strictly because I love y'all, for real. And if y'all remember, I used to do, I almost said personal diaries, LOL, personal journals. And y'all was not using them personal journals, okay? Use this freebie, because it be freebies from the heart. freebies from the heart for us to use so we can be aware, so we can use the information wisely, so we can be aware of what binds us. Okay? Period. So Mercury retrograde is also bringing multi-step problems to learn to simplify them, which means work smarter and not harder. So some highlights: love, communication, community, community vulnerabilities, growing trust within self, learning how to tune into the little voice within, stabilizing system of teamwork, and stories. Stories of horror, of overcoming, of assured uncertainty. So these are things that people are coming to grips about. You feel me? Stories of humor, stories of horror. You feel me? People sharing about their sacrifices to things that they had to overcome, especially things that made them, you feel me, they were uncertain about, things that they were unsure about, things that they never experienced before. You feel me? These are things that people are overcoming and sharing their stories about. So we need to be very mindful when people are sharing their stories, but also when you're experiencing these situations and when you share your stories, right? Right. Excellent job. Excellent job. So, some more themes, or more so questions that you might be asking yourself is, am I doing this right? Am I doing the right thing? Another theme is learning about the night and the usefulness of the shadow. Here, because there was so much Black Moon, Lilith, Makemake, and DNA here, it was a lot of trusting of oneself that oneself really wasn't going to see until about those obstacles comes, and one asking themselves like, what is going on here? You feel me? It reminds me of that scene in Lion King when he was like, I need to speak to my father. I really don't understand what's going on. And the bamboo was like, I know your father. And he brings him to the water. It's that 100%. 100%. 100%, y'all. But Mercury retrograde in the 12th house, this is a really good time. People would say undoing, but I will be very mindful about foreign trade right now. That was off, but foreign trade right now, I'll be very mindful about it. Probably right up into, no, all of August. All of August is like that. 100%. Dreams are very important. More dreams are coming up, and they include I'm gonna say portal play here, and I'm only saying it because Mercury and Orcus are here in the same house. And then I believe it was a Uranus. Okay, Uranus square Vesta, most definitely. So there are a lot of dreams right here. I'll be very mindful of your dreams. Daydreams as well. They are opening a lot of doors, and when I say doors, I mean literally you might be opening doors, like going through different realms or different areas and different environments just through the doors. So pay attention to doors in the environments that you're in your dream world. 100%. This is a really good time for you to also do bedtime regime. And I'm saying bedtime regime by like when you wake up, like prepare yourself for bedtime. And that could be leaving, when you're thinking about leaving the house, leave it in a way that's presentable enough for you to accept you when you come home type thing, okay? Especially wherever you chill out at. You feel me? If you chill out in your bedroom, make sure your bed is presentable and accessible. Make sure you also have comfortable bed, comfortable sheeting. You also might need to have, what's going on with your sheets? You buying like cotton sheets or something? Are you thinking about buying or investing in new sheets, pillowcases, duvets? Might need to wash pillows and bedding often. When was the last time you all washed them? Yeah. I would think about washing them more often. Pillowcases more often than you wash the sheets, okay? 100%. 100%. I need us to be very mindful of our sweet intake right now. Yes. Sweet and chips. Like chips. Sweets and chips. Intake right now. Carbonated soda. I would be very mindful about the carbonated soda as well. But if you're drinking natural sodas, I would get into natural sodas. You know, like natural ginger ales and stuff like that. I would very much get into that. If you're having gas and it's impacting you, gas in the legs. I don't know, y'all. I really don't. Nervous system is very, like, upping the nervous system, relaxing the nervous system is very important. And it's going to be through... You know how they do cool concoctions of teas, and some teas need to sit in cool water? It's that. What's this? Square. Okay, before you go to bed, you can drink warm teas. When you wake up, you should probably do like a cool tea, or like a tea that's set, marinated. I don't really know the word of it right now, but the tea that's set overnight, that's something that's really good. Yeah. Our feet and our ankle and our leg nerves, we need to be very mindful of and work them in massaging them 100%. It's something about massaging feet that helps go to sleep. Y'all. Oh my goodness. Let's see some obstacles. What's this? Uranus square. What's this vertex? It gotta be vertex and Morpheus. We are getting a lot of dream. What is it called? Intuition. Our dream intuition is heightening, but we're questioning it because we don't think it's realistic. I would communicate to someone who engages in dream decoding. I would get into that. I would write it down. I would get readings. Dream decodings is very important, 100%. Yeah, dream decoding. I would get a reading on dream decoding. This is a really good time for people to find good readers. And when I say good readers, I mean readers that align to the person, to the personality, to the services that, you feel me, that impact you, that correlate with you, okay? This is a really good time to really observe the flows of people, what they say and what they do. Actions and behaviors you can very much peep right now. Very much peep. Let's talk about work, y'all. Work. You got ops at work, y'all. The ops is preying on the downfall that we don't see situations. People who prey on our downfall like that, not the gaslighting, not they praying we don't see clearly, and then don't be able to stand in ourselves, to be able to hold ourselves to like a high ranking, to be able to apologize to oneself and to be able to continue growing to be the best version. That's a true hater. Oh, they don't understand the sacrifice and why it's important. They got a fixed mindset of situations when they got to think bigger. And I think it's kind of like we need to be very mindful of who we connect into. especially people's values. We need to be very, very mindful about people's values. Where's Neptune at? At the end of this. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. That's crazy. We gotta keep our moves and stuff to ourselves 100%. But it's crazy. Interesting. They're jealous of you. Be very mindful of that. People are jealous of you. Okay? And that cleansing yourself is going to allow you to pay attention to really who the people are and the behaviors of them, so you can be like aware of it, so you don't continue going through situations like that. It's really seeing the mask of people, and when you see the mask of people, you see the patterns of that same mask. So when situations or patterns come up, you already know the tea. That eats. Mm, 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 mm. I like this. I like this a lot. It's a whole lot of like remembering of situations. There's a whole lot of like seeing things from a different perspective that's going to allow oneself to be a savior. Mercury retrograde is really the savior. Like, as much as it's in the 12th house and it's something we got to work from a different angle. That's 12th house. Work from a different angle. 12th house is so poetic, okay? 12th house is the shared subconscious. 12th house is the shared subconscious 100%. It's really a strengthening aspect if we really deeper understanding. It's so poetic. We should really think about getting into poetry, reading poetry. It don't have to be no long books, y'all. We need to read short books, books that allow us to understand the depthness, the devotion, the compassion, the understanding that the moon brings. You feel me? This talks about a whole lot of healing the hurts of the self. But it's like inner hurts, ego hurts, confidence hurts. There's a whole lot of personalized healing that can go on here if we truly accept it. It's giving hot springs, not gonna cap right here. But there is a whole lot of, we need to be in nature to ground ourselves. There's a whole lot of grounding oneself that needs to really go on. And it's through the feet, it's through the mind, it's through the hands, it's through sitting still, it's through chewing. We need to be very mindful about our intake of situations, our impacts of things. All right, y'all, I'm like literally running out of storage on my iPad. So it's time for us to get on out of here, to get on up. Get on off that thing. Hey, and dance till you feel better. Don't make me pull 4 spades. Don't make me pull no 4 spades, baby. Don't make me pull no 4 spades. What is the Mercury retrograde message? Oh, Jesus. Ooh. All right, y'all. So we have hematite. Okay, and hematite says, one of the heaviest crystals. Hematite can facilitate groundedness, stability, security, and strength. It can be particularly helpful to very spiritual people, those who have no problem existing in the higher realm, but have difficulty with practical day-to-day challenges, or for those of you who tend to get thrown off by life trials and tribulations. Hematite can help you solidify, grounded, so nothing can phase you. Affirmation: I am solidly grounded. No matter what is happening around me, I remain stable and secure. Moss agate. I don't know if y'all can see this. Moss agate. Okay. Nature. Moss agate helps you to connect with nature spirits and earth divas. It reminds you to take a walk in the park, explore the woods, or take up gardening. Carrying moss agate brings balance, harmony, and feeling of wholeness. Tucked in plant boxes, it helps ailing plants thrive and flowers bloom. Health-wise, moss agtite speeds up recovery and counteracts illnesses. Come on, Four Spades. Affirmations: to replenish my soul, I take time to connect with nature. Azurite. Okay. Azurite is a combination of the sixth chakra, psychic abilities, with the throat chakra, communication, making it a good crystal for psychics, mediums, and channelers. If you are a follower of the psychic arts, carrying or wearing azurite can help you communicate the intuitive messages that you receive. Affirmation: I am psychic and intuitive. I trust in the messages I receive, and when I feel guided, I share it with others. Blue quartz, wisdom. Quartz connects you to your higher self, and the blue combines the throat chakra, communication, with the sixth chakra, wisdom. Look at this, throat, wisdom. This is Mercury retrograde. This is really that. Like, I'm gonna be serious. Mercury, communication, retrograde, a time to rethink about things from a different perspective. Rework them, okay? Rework them. What was the title for our soap candlestick makers? Blue quartz encourages you to share your insights. You have wisdom that can benefit others. Do not hesitate to communicate what you know. Affirmations: I speak as my higher self. My words uplift, empower, and inspire others. Back in the deck, baby. Clear quartz. I seek the path of truth and light as I connect with my higher consciousness. I lift the energy of everything around me. Serpentine, transformation, front of the deck. It is safe to let go. I know that nothing is ever taken away unless something better is coming, baby. It knows tea. It's giving clubs and diamonds. It's going. I think I wrote in this story. I think I wrote on here. The message is gonna go diamond, spade, club, spade, heart, then club. Right there. Sorry, y'all look kind of bogus. My club's drawing is not the best. It's not the best. It's because you gotta go loop, 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 loop. You feel me? That loop through loop. You really getting me, not gonna cap. 1, 2. Y'all, I'm on a tight schedule, not gonna cap. I just did a reading. I'm busy from like the rest of the evening. And I still gotta make dinner and like feed my cat and like do some other stuff. So really gotta use your time wisely, for real, for real. Says Mercury retrograde. Ooh, dang. Y'all, I'm not gonna cap. 8 of diamonds. King of spades. Jack of clubs. Tell me I didn't lie to you. Tell me I told you exactly how it's gonna come. The only thing I was missing was a heart. And if I clarify this king of spade and a heart come out, the spade plus heart is here. All right, 8 of diamonds, king of spades, 8 of clubs. What are you connecting? Are you mindful about the things that you're connecting to? Because with the things that you're connecting to, especially if you're thinking about starting a business or collaborating with other people, I need you to be very mindful about it. Think clear, cognizant, think aware. Be aware of it. Be aware of their values. Be aware of what they're doing. You feel me? If everybody got to put money in, make sure everybody got the money in. You feel me? This is a very much good time for everybody to pay attention to the flows, pay attention to what people are saying, but pay attention to what people are doing. Pay attention to what people are doing. There's a lot of information that is being shared if we only pay attention. Be very mindful about the people that we get in relationships with. Be very mindful about people's values, about their own selves. Be very mindful about the people that you've already connected with. Think about them, their values, their attitudes, their perspectives, how they move. Think about it. Think about how it communicates and connects with you. Think about how it impacts you. Pay attention to your email. Watch your money. Pay attention to what you spend. Pay attention to how much you give, energy-wise included. There's a whole lot of giving here, but make sure that there is a receiving and a giver. Make sure that there is a axis of give and take. Because if it's only taken, somebody might feel a little angry. Somebody might come out a little bitter. I need us to be very mindful about that. Fair exchange of things. Energy exchanges of things. Because energy and money are also similar. They're similar. The exchange of vital goods. Be very mindful of who you connect with. Who is this Jack of Clubs? Ooh. Be very, this is an old club, a friend, somebody. Y'all got friends with somebody, y'all talking to somebody younger than y'all. If y'all talking to somebody younger than y'all, be very mindful if you're doing it to them. Laying a pipe on them, laying a you dig, big mama on them. Be very mindful about that. 100%. My eyeballs are really itching. I need us to pay attention to their motives and their behaviors. If this is our child, Eight of Spades, Six of Hearts. If this is about starting back to school, I need us to help our child out with like managing their time. 100%. If that's what this is, I need us to help our children out with managing their time. Especially with homework, they need a planner. They need a planner. They need to write things down. They need to think about what they invest their energy in. You need to tell them, you feel me, you have this amount of energy. Be very mindful when you do this, that, and the third. For me, like those conversations need to be had. We need to be more honest. We need to be more clear, cognizant about that 100%. Because it can impact you. Be very mindful if this is a friend or somebody. Be mindful of how much you share with them. Who this King of Spades? Oh, it already popped out. Queen of Diamonds. Wow. Wow. No hearts in this message. Just all freaking diamonds, y'all. I was wrong. There was no hearts. It's the Joker. It's the four hearts. They go to hearts. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. This Queen of Hearts could be a masculine lady, and she can be thinking about deciding who she wants to speak to between the Jack of Hearts, the Jack of Clubs, and the King of Spades. The Jack of Clubs might be some young person, might be a little younger than her, just a little bit younger than her. And the King of Spades is somebody a little older than her, maybe got dark hair. The Jack of Clubs got like blonde, brown, reddish color hair. The Queen of Diamonds got brown hair. The Queen of Diamonds can also be everybody in this message, because Eight of Diamonds and Queen of Diamonds go together, because this is a Libra message. So this could be everybody. And we're thinking about the choices. If we, oh, I like this. Let me do this. Ooh, y'all, this ease. Okay. Can you clarify the King of Spades, please? I like this. Ooh. Ooh, Six of Diamonds, Six of Spades upright, Three of Hearts, Two of Hearts, Five of Hearts. Okay, if you do things the Jack of Club way, it won't really be emotionally satisfying. I'm not finna cap, but you will have, it'll be something that you will learn as well. be a soul lesson that you would have to physically experience. If you go through the King of Spade way, so King of Spade way is logically thinking about the big reality of things, okay? But here, King of Spades, that man can be like whole time like cut him off cold. And cut him off cold, you feel me? You need to understand that there's a regulation thing that you would need to do to move forward with this path. During this path, it will be useful to you because it allow you to work through the grief that you previously have, to move through it, to understand it better. But it'll be kind of a lonely aspect. But it will allow you to grow your own confidence about yourself and then about your body. Then it will make you feel really sexy, and it'll really allow you to work on your confidence will make you really feel good. But if you do the Jack of Club route, which is the immature way, not thinking about things, not understanding that cause and effect, not seeing big picture, just moving quickly through things, but you have a new mental awareness. If you play the mental awareness game, but not like the mental need for balance and emotional need for balance, and how they both need to connect. If you don't play King of Spades route and you play the Jack of Clubs route, they're kind of a little bit immature. Sure, to heighten your intuition, but it'll heighten your intuition and will kind of like make you question yourself and make you question your own decisions, which would be useful, yes, but you would have to put way more hard work in if you go the Jack of Clubs way, and I don't think that's useful long term if we do it from the Eight of Diamonds. And Eight of Diamonds is all about you making your own, you trekking your own route because of the previous understanding and the histories that your parents, caretakers, givers, previous life lessons have taught you. It's really because of that, you feel me? It's 8. Is there anything else you want us to know? Okay, that's hella cards. 8 of Hearts. Choose and make your decisions wisely. Use your heart. Use your intuition. Your intuition guides you, especially at nighttime. Trust yourself. Ace of Hearts. Oh yeah, that's next thing. 8 of Hearts again. 10 of Spades. Okay. The growth of intuition is 100% here. Jack of Diamonds. Yeah, I like this. You feel me? If we do that way, it'll be very useful. Then the Jack of Diamonds comes to information. Maybe some information about money we need to know. We need to have. We're looking for. If so, the information about money might come like in the fall time if we do the King of Spades. But if we do the 8 of Spades, it might come 6 months from now. So, yeah. Also, I'll be very mindful about at work and how you communicate with people. Who you communicate to, buddy with. All right, y'all. I need to go, not gonna cap. We're gonna do this Oracle deck and we're gonna get up out of here, y'all. Ooh, not an opposition. Ooh, girl. Ooh, don't let the paradigms entrap you. That's 8s. Don't let no paradigms entrap you. Can't nobody dictate who you are, who you gonna grow into be. Libras all things, diamonds all things is the shaper of paradigms. People say, oh, who's the whiz? You don't know the whiz? The shaper of paradigms. Each person is their own shaper of paradigms, but the Libra aspect can be a very strong hold on people, teaching people what's appropriate, what's not appropriate, what's cool, what's not cool. Basically, the laws of the land. It would need to be very mindful about the laws of the land, right? The spoken laws, the aware laws, but the laws that we don't know about, right? When we started talking about that, you see how that opposition started to fade away? So when we talk about things and growing awareness to situations, it allows oneself to keep stepping, right? Even in unfamiliarity, even in new situations. Even when things you thought you had a perspective over here, and it's all over there. Now here's a trine right here. Okay, now I got to work on the energies correctly, how to use them, when to use the energy, how to use the energy. And for you to even know when and how to use the energy, you have to engage and be and succumb to those situations. Not succumb like take them over, but succumb like walk into them and use them, okay? Moral message. Y'all fall on the floor. Look to the stars. This astrological message is so useful, it's so needed. But this video is so useful and needed because it's allowing you to deepen your understanding to astrology, okay? The card that came out was connect with your ancestors. So the original message of me and how I was reading the chart was from 11.5 on honoring the ancestors, honoring the ones who came before you, especially those stories. It's needed and it's vital because it's ingrained within us. Never forget that part of us. Always honor that part of us. Y'all know who I love? I love you. Happy Mercury Retrograde, y'all.